your First Alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Stephen Bowers.
We've enjoyed a slight break from the heat these past couple of days, but tomorrow is the day it ends and the temperatures start climbing again through the 90s. We'll be in the low to mid 90s tomorrow, and then we'll climb up toward the upper 90s and almost to 100 degrees by Sunday. We may actually make it to 100 degrees around Grand Junction on Monday. These bottom numbers are the record high temperatures for each of these dates, so we're not really close to that. We get closer, sure, but we're not quite there. Now, Sunday is kind of the first half of a double day kind of version of this superheat. And again, we're close to 100 at Grand Junction and at Delta. Now 102 will be the high in Moab. Everybody else is in the mid 90s, but Monday next week, that's the second day of this little double dose here of that more intense heat. And again, triple digits are likely at Moab, Grand Junction and Delta, and a little bit warmer mid 90s are likely around Montrose, Cortez, and even around Nucla. Of course, this is all happening right in the midst of Country Jam, which begins tomorrow. And at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, we will still be near 92 degrees out at the Country Jam Ranch. We'll step down toward 89, still warm, but not quite as warm at 8 o'clock, and we'll keep that cooling going after sunset, and by 11 o'clock we'll cool down to 75 degrees. It's a good day for the pool tomorrow, but it is going to be a warm afternoon. It's comfortably cool in the morning, though. We'll call it 63 degrees at 7 o'clock. By noon we'll warm to 85 degrees, and then 93 degrees will be that 5 o'clock temperature, and that's about as warm as it gets tomorrow for us around Grand Junction. You notice a few clouds in the afternoon, but that sun is going to be intense, even if there are a few clouds out there. The UV index is up around a 10 to 11 for the next 5 days, so sunscreen is a necessity. Absolutely. It usually is around Colorado, right? But also between about 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., it's a good idea if you can either find some shade or just limit how long you're outside in that direct sunlight. We've got a few clouds to filter the sun right now. These will be fewer tomorrow. We're up to 89 degrees. We briefly touched 90 at the airport a little while ago here in the last hour. But we're going to start cooling a little bit more steadily. And by 7 o'clock, we're down to 86 degrees. And then by 8 o'clock, we're down to 84. And then we'll finally cool down into the 70s, upper 70s, but 70s nonetheless by about 8 o'clock, or 9 o'clock, I should say, this evening. Our low temperatures by morning will be near 58 degrees at Grand Junction, 53 at Delta, and also at Montrose. So it's 50s along 50, 40 south and west. Expect 48 for lows around Glade Park and Nucla, 49 at Dove Creek. Cortez hits 44, and I've got more 40s and even some 30s up in the high country. Those 30s are specific to areas around Gunnison. Then tomorrow we're back into the upper 80s and lower 90s. Again, a little bit warmer than today. We'll call it 93 degrees for high around Grand Junction with 95 at Delta and Moab. 89 will be the high in both Montrose and Cortez. You'll hit 90 in Nucla with 85 at Dove Creek and 77 at Glade Park, and then I've got more 70s to lower 80s up there in the high country. Here's your 7-day forecast. That warming just keeps on keeping on here. We'll step up through the 90s, and we're almost to 100 degrees by this weekend in Grand Junction, and again Monday could make it to 100 degrees, and then we cool slightly but surely down to 98 degrees on Tuesday, and then mid 90s are in the forecast on Wednesday. Our morning lows are mostly in the low to mid 60s over the next 7 days. Montrose after that 89 degrees tomorrow. Expect 92 degrees on Friday, and we keep stepping up from there through the low to mid 90s on Saturday and Sunday. Monday's the warmest day at 95 degrees, and then we'll cool slightly on Tuesday with a high of 93. A cooler 89 is in the forecast on Wednesday. Our morning lows are mostly in the upper 50s. In Delta, expect 95 tomorrow, 98 on Friday, and then 3 days in a row of triple-digit heat. We'll call it 100 for highs on Saturday and Sunday with 101 for the high on Monday. We'll back off to 98 degrees on Tuesday and then 95 degrees on Wednesday. Those morning lows will be in the upper 50s to lower 60s. In Cortez, after that 89 tomorrow, expect 91 degrees on your Friday. We're climbing through the low to mid 90s this weekend, and the top is Monday, 95 degrees. That's the warmest day in the next 7. Then 93 will be that Tuesday high. It's just a little cooler. We'll cool back to 88 on Wednesday, and we'll even introduce a small chance for maybe a couple of showers on Wednesday. Morning lows are in the mid to upper 40s through this weekend, and then low to mid 50s early next week.